Welcome to the finale of What If Ahsoka Was the Other Hope. Thank you for the support shown in part 1 of this series, as well as your suggestions for this finale. If you haven't checked out part 1, the link to that will be in the description below. Navigating their way through the Death Star without being detected by Imperial officers and troopers was a difficult task, but with a great deal of patience, Ahsoka and Luke find their way to the Emperor's throne room. Entering a turbo lift to the main area, they're surprised to find the room is empty, bar a few royal guards. Effortlessly dispatching them, they continue to scour the room, looking for any signs of the Emperor or Vader. Walking up to the top steps to the Emperor's throne, they begin to hear the distinctive mechanical breathing that could only belong to one machine. "Where is your master?" Ahsoka muttered into the shadows. Silence met her question, as she used her reflexes just in time to block the red blade of Vader. Ahsoka was on the defensive, as Vader used his powerful gemstone strikes to press the Togruta backwards. But suddenly, Vader gasped, as Luke began a series of aggressive parries, relieving the pressure off of Ahsoka, and forcing Vader on the defensive. Vader recomposed himself from Luke's flurry, and force-pushed several pillars into Luke's path, providing a small gap between them. Luke backed off, now sensing the conflict in his father, as Ahsoka got to her feet, after being in awe of Luke's attack. The trio stood in silence for what seemed an eternity, before the humming of Ahsoka's blades caused the others to ignite theirs. Luke immediately went on the offensive, as his eyes flickered between light and dark, with Ahsoka looking to pick off any openings in Vader's defences. Luke finally manages to disarm Vader, making a precise incision in his robotic right hand. Ahsoka then uses this momentary distraction to make a downward slash from Vader's mask through to his control panel, causing him to whine in pain, as his breathing became slightly more laboured. Luke shot an annoyed look at Ahsoka, as he helped Vader back to his feet. Looking into Vader's eyes, Ahsoka could no longer see the Sith evil she had witnessed on Malachor, but signs of her old master. As Vader breathed heavily, his eyes flickered between Sith yellow and their former blue. With Luke repairing his control panel, Vader staggered to his feet and silently beckoned them to his shuttle, waving off numerous Imperial officers requesting for Luke and Ahsoka's arrest. Using his unharmed hand, Vader sets the coordinates for Endor, where he knows Palpatine is watching over proceedings. Touching down, he sees the Sith Lord eviscerating masses of Ewoks and Rebel officers, stopping his attack upon sensing his apprentice. As the ramp opens, Sidious's eyes narrow upon seeing Vader's broken mask and hand. He had no use for a failure of an apprentice anymore. Diverting his attention away from the rebels, he focuses his force lightning towards the body of Vader, but to his surprise, the attack was met by several blades. First was the green blade of Luke Skywalker, who was menacingly striding towards him, and second were the blades of Ahsoka Tano, both absorbing the might of his force lightning. Palpatine sneered at his former apprentice, as he increased the power of his attack, causing Ahsoka and Luke to lose balance. Palpatine would not be betrayed. Unsheathing his crimson red lightsaber, he set about carving up his feeble excuse of an apprentice, as Vader used his left hand to block the Emperor, with Luke and Ahsoka supporting him. Seeing his father struggle, Luke absorbed the offensive strikes, using all of Obi-Wan Sorosu training to seamlessly fend off the barrage of strikes. Ahsoka, seeing no possible openings, switched off her lightsabers, and summoned a pile of large stones near a large catapult that the Ewoks had been using, and sent them in the direction of Sidious, throwing him off balance as Luke and his father ducked in time. They knew that now was the time to end this ordeal. Using the Force to enhance their agility, Luke and Ahsoka jumped from the sides to attack, with Vader serving as a distraction. With Sidious temporarily dazed, Ahsoka and Luke used this moment to plunge their blades into the sides of Sidious, as his body became shrouded in black smoke and ash. As the ash settled, the trio were met by crowds of Ewoks and rebels, as Leia approached them with great hesitancy, knowing the crimes Vader committed. The Force ghosts of many Jedi, including Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Qui-Gon, appeared before them as the guilt began to consume Anakin. Yoda shook his head and told Anakin that to get rid of his guilt, he would have to rebuild what he had destroyed, and that was the Jedi Order. Anakin and Luke willingly complied, but Ahsoka hesitated, knowing the hardship the Jedi Order had caused her. However, in the end, she knew that the new Jedi Order would not have the same flaws as the previous one, with Luke and Anakin at the helm. Together, they would flourish, until the rise of a new threat. That is it for this mini-series of What If Ahsoka Was the Other Hope. Thank you for choosing the ending for this video. Please like this video and subscribe for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.